Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and most distinguished guests. Can you believe it hasn't even been 3 months since I'm in my current place as an area director, and they are already asking us to find our replacement. And I'm scouting and looking around to see if we have somebody in this group. But before we find anybody within this group, I want to tell you, what is it that we do as an area director? First of all, I was assigned 6 clubs. Some people have 5, I have 6, just for the sheer luck of it. The clubs that I have is Women in Construction, Blue Lagoon, Miami Tarmac, 305 Speaks, The Landing, and then the 6th one is a new one that just came on board on September 1st. It's called Urban Construction Craft Academy, UCC, and they meet in person. I was there last night, actually, at their meeting. So the area director is really the link between the clubs and the district. And for Janai, who is new to Toastmaster or doesn't know the Toastmaster, we have clubs, areas, divisions in the district, and then you have the world. And at each point, there's people supporting us at each point. But as an area director, we are the link to the district. And the district provides a whole bunch of resources for us as clubs to be able to manage our day-to-day operations. So what are one of the things that we have to do as area director is visit the club 2 times a year. In the online environment, it's a lot easier to visit. But when it's in person, boy, last night when I had to drive down to, I don't even know where it is. I had never been to this part of Miami. It's like, 27th Avenue and 87th Street or something like that. I've never been to that part of Miami. I was totally confused because I thought it was more northwest. And anyway, I finally made it and it was a very nice experience. But what we do is we observe the meetings. And then based on that, we take notes and we have to fill out a form for Toastmasters International, which basically covers a whole bunch of stuff, including the moments of truth. And that moments of truth is something that we've talked about here, something that we should be doing on a more often basis, because it's how first impressions are gathered. So the first impressions is basically, did we welcome our guests? And I would say Janai will feel that that is a great impression that we gave her on that. Membership orientation, which is education, and that we can talk about. What I'm doing right now is a speech based on vocal variety and using my body language. Unfortunately, because the way my camera is positioned, you won't be able to see my full body, but I am moving around. I want you to see that I'm speaking with my whole body, just so that you see the body language. Fellowship is another thing where what we're looking at. Were the meetings planned? Were they fun? Basically, we're looking for a fun meeting. And then membership strength. That's one of the pillars of the Moments of Truth. We need to have a membership of at least 20 members to have a really great meeting. Why is that? Like today, you can see a few of us, I don't know how many of us showed up today. We have 8 people that showed up plus a guest. If we have 12 members, it makes it even more fun. If we have 15, more fun. And if we have 20, hilarious. And so membership strength is something that we're always looking at. The other thing that they look at is the Club Success Plan. That is a plan that we do every year at the beginning of each Toastmaster year so that we have a roadmap as to where are we going as a club. And as officers of the club, because we do have a board where Ashley is the president and we have a vice president of education, secretary, a sergeant at arms, and I am the vice president of membership, where we get together and we discuss matters that are important and we put it into this club success plan. The other thing that we do is distinguished club program. And we're looking at the distinguished club program from the eye also of the club success plan, which is where are we going? How many members do we have? How many educational levels are we going to complete this year? And that's all. It kind of falls one from the other. They go together. And so that is what we're looking for. The district does provide resources based on those reports that we give as area directors. How do we communicate with the clubs? As an area director, I have to communicate with them with WhatsApp, emails, call them, whatever, because sometimes people are busy and they are unresponsive. And so we have to keep up with them and try to make sure that they are meeting their club success plan and their distinguished club program. As I explained, the distinguished club program is based out of all of that, which is the membership and everything else that we have to do in terms of educational. Each member has to meet those. Now you will ask, what is a qualification for an area director? An area director has to have completed 2 levels in a path. And Janai, I will explain path to you maybe on 101, but the path for two levels, you need to have finished 2 levels. There is a formal interview. You have to be a member in good standing. And so those are the qualifications. There's really not much else to it. The interview that I went through, actually, the members of the trio were there, and the trio are the district director, the club growth director, and the program quality director. I remember the program quality director being there, but I don't remember who else was there because it felt just like a real job interview, even though this is an all volunteer organization. Our term is for 1 year. So from July 1st through June 30th of next year, I will be an area director. Being an area director is part of the requirements to being a DTM. And the DTM is the Distinguished Toastmaster. And that is the highest distinction that you can achieve in Toastmasters. And I said to myself when I first came to Toastmasters, do I really want to be a DTM? I didn't even know what that was. But you know what? We're putting in the work. Why not get the recognition? And in the end, that's what DTM is all about. So in conclusion, being an area director, you're not going to be left to fend for yourself. There's going to be resources, mentors, and people actually, they're guiding you through the process so that you can succeed. Now, my question to you is, do we have the next area director right here? Madam Toastmaster.
What a great and wondrous job to evaluate a pro like Maria, but I will do my best. So Maria, thank you for a great speech and great delivery, great content. You had 2 primary objectives in your speech delivery. One is to educate your audience about the job of an area director in Toastmasters. And 2 is to demonstrate the use of your voice, vocal variety, and your body to connect with your audience and to reinforce your message. On both sides, you achieve your goals. I want to start with the body language. You are superb in terms of your body language, even though you mentioned it to take away from it, but I discount that because you are excellent. You use your fingers, you use your body, you use your arms to show directional movements as you deliver your message. So to me, your body language was superb. Vocal variety, you did well. But I will come to that. You had area where you opportunity for improvement. As for the content, great. You educated us, and not only by saying it, but by sharing your experience of the adventurous journey you had yesterday to an area in Miami. I was thinking maybe that was my area where I live. I don't know. But I mean, you did not just tell us what the area director is supposed to do, but you also reinforce it by your experience of actually doing it. So to me, I believe that was great. Now, are there things you could improve upon? Absolutely, yes. In terms of your vocal variety, I think you could do a little more in terms of the pitch and the volume of your voice. In terms of the contents, the job of an area director, even though you went through all of them, but I think it would be more helpful if you had tried to categorize them in terms of maybe like 3 major subheadings, maybe supervise, organize, motivate. I don't know what those categories will be and what those functions will fall into, but I believe it will be more helpful to assist your audience to remember those jobs or job functions. And by the time you are rounding up, I thought you could also have reinforced the job of an area director by reitemizing them and reminding your audience of those major job roles. Overall, you achieved your objectives, and I want to congratulate you. I look forward to seeing more of your speeches. Back to you, Madam Toastmasters, right?